What do you
way
think?
too up close.
No, well, it looked like that might have been from a supercell thunderstorm, so that was really more like a tornado on the water. This wasn't just the typical little tropical funnels that we see form along the coastline all the time in the summer. That was a little bit more of a structured storm.
You're gonna have to explain to me what the difference is, because I don't know the difference.
Well, the little tropical funnels that we get are from just the afternoon thunderstorms,
Like
midday
Little Mermaid.
thunderstorms that are off the water, on the water, I should say, or offshore. That was a more developed thunderstorm that likely was a more powerful
And
water spout
terrifying.
tornado. And terrifying.
Terrifying.
That's
Yeah.
how Sharknadoes form.
Little
right there.
Mermaid, Little
Little
Mermaid, and the
tidbit.
Medusa. What's the Medusa lady? That was her name?
Ursula.
Or her. Yeah, Ursula.
How did we get on Little Mermaid?
I don't know.
Because that's what happened when Ursula came up. The storm
She became a
happened.
water spout?
And Little Mermaid came up, and there was sunshine and.
No, she was a whirlpool.
Yeah.
Was she a
water
whirlpool?
spout.
Well, she was? Oh,
didn't
wait, you know
watch the
what? I
movie
don't know the
again.
difference. I'm
Watch
sorry.
the movie again.
One's underground and one's over.
Yes.
Look, I just had to figure
You're
out
embarrassing
offshore.
yourself
I
here.
just had to figure out offshore. So.
You also had to figure out Ursula's name and what offshore meant.
What did I say, Medusa?
Yes.
It's a whole different issue with you right now. We have some thunderstorms that are moving offshore south of Mobile Bay, and a little bit of that is trying to move into parts of Mississippi. Models kind of all over the place as to whether or not this development will continue into southern Mississippi. Right now there is a little outflow boundary moving westward, but not much development along that system or that little gust front. And inland we don't really have much at all. We've only had a few little pop-up showers, one a moment ago around Belle Chase, and that has been about it. So rain coverage yet again very limited. So 95 degrees was our high, basically right in between our average and the record, which again, those records can get into the upper 90s. So a lot of sunshine, pretty day, but mid-August you get rid of the clouds and rainfall. That's what you get. 94 degrees with a heat index currently at 107. We're in the 90s well across the area. We've been there really since the midday hours, and temperatures have only been there throughout the last several hours. So you get into the upper 80s well before the noon hour and then stay into the low mid 90s through the midday, afternoon, and early evening. So that's another thing. At least with the rain, we do kind of see those temperatures fluctuate a bit. Without the rain, they don't. We are going to stay hot and mostly dry for tomorrow. Then better rain chances are on the way for Thursday and into Friday. And we've been talking about one little area in the tropics that we may need to watch, but doesn't look like it's a threat for us at all. We are still very much dominated by this ridge of high pressure. However, there is this upper ridge that's pushing a front southward. And that's where you see most of the development along this boundary here. And this is going to be the front that helps our rain chances toward the end of the week. Today, tomorrow, it's going to stay to our north. And so really any development along that boundary is also going to stay away from us. We don't really see that upper energy move our way till we get toward Thursday and Friday. That's when we'll see the front really move into the area, and that's going to be our best chance of rain for the end of the week. By the weekend, ridging starts building back in the upper high, or the upper ridge, or the upper trough, excuse me, kind of lifts back to the north, and so we will begin to dry out for the weekend and the early part of next week. So it's this stationary boundary that's increasing the rain coverage. And notice this model does indicate maybe those storms staying a bit more active and moving onto the north shore within the next several hours or so. What's in reality, though, it doesn't look like we have much of anything at all. So be surprised to see if those thunderstorms really get going onto the north shore by the later evening hours. The front starts moving a little bit closer tomorrow, but still just out of our area. Then by Thursday, Friday, that front basically parked right over us, and we will see additional rain coverage, which will at least help to keep our temperatures down by a bit. Now, we had that low end risk of maybe a few strong storms, but it looks like that's going to stay more to our north. Quick check of the tropics. This is that area we've been talking about. Now that wave is moving over Nicaragua, so it's going to be over land through the next couple of days. Once it gets potentially into the Gulf or Bay of Campeche, we could see some potential development. However, the models right now not very aggressive. Basically, here's that energy moving toward the Bay of Campeche into Friday, Saturday, Sunday. It may just be kind of a rainmaker moving back towards southern Texas, again an area that needs the rain, although they just got a pretty good soaking this weekend from that other disturbance. So hot and mostly dry tomorrow, better rain chances for Thursday and Friday. We start drying out a bit more for Saturday, Sunday, and the early part of next week.